All right. So we were at example 06. And yesterday we have tried with super keyboard and all that, right? We already created our own constructor and all that. Yeah. So that's all about inheritance concept. And let's move on to other topic in Python, which is polymorphism. Let me check the recording. Yeah, it is. All right. Okay. So before getting into this concept, right? So we need to understand what is polymorphism. Okay. So polymorphism, I think the word itself, right? Let me take the. That's okay. Okay. So actually, the word itself, I don't want to say like it's a Greek word, I don't. That's a different story. So what we can do is here, poly means many, morphism means forms. You got it? Many forms. Yeah. And what is the purpose, right? The purpose is very simple. So even you can relate to your, we can relate polymorphism with polymorphism uh, with a person. Okay, got it. Yeah. Now, um, so did you see this? Poly means many, and morphism means forms, right? So consider Molly, for example. So how Molly behaves, right? So Molly, if he is at home, the way he speaks, the way he talks, or the that is different. And imagine the Molly with friends, same person will behave differently, right? So the reality will come out, isn't it? Not only Molly, it applies to everyone. Just an example. You got it? So with, let's say, with parents, how Molly talks, right? And if he's off parents, how Molly talks and behaves. Understood? So what did you notice here? Person is same, but the behavior and characteristics are different. Got it? So think about even Navin, right? So how Navin behaves at home with parents, how he is behave. It became offensive. Sorry for that. But this is a example that it is a basic example that um, person behaves differently on the occasions. Okay, so when you visit hotel, right, or when you okay, we'll have some funny example. So when you are sitting at your house, right, you started your dinner, for example. So the way you start a dinner at house and the way you start your dinner at hotel, there is a difference, is it? Say yes or no. Yes, right? Correct. Meaning, what is here? What is the purpose here? So, same person behaves differently on the different occasions. Got it? So, even this is the best example I would say, right? And so, how this can be related, right? So, we can also what we can say, polymorphic function. Hmm. I think even length is also polymorphic function, actually, I would say. So, so we know, right? Length function, like everyone knows, is it? We will use len, right? So, so len is used to what? Used to calculate length of the anything, right? Let's say length of list, correct? And if I even I can try, yeah, length of string and dash, right? You can pass any data type. So what it does is it basically find the provided length. Yes or no? Correct? Okay. So this is the the length is a polymorphic function. Even in interview, they'll ask, hey, can you please help me about, can you explain about polymorphic functions or polymorphism in OOPS? If polymorphism is a concept of same function being behaved differently based on the inputs. Understood? So in Python, length is a polymorphic function, right? Which means that for the provided data type, whatever irrespective of the data type, it simply finds the length of the data or length of the items or count of the items. Got it? So this is one example. So I think with this example itself, interviewer must be impressed for sure. Else, you'll take, if you want to take down more time. Hey, okay, so let me help you with writing a sample example, right? So think about a scenario where you will have a I would say, so create some simple class. Let me create a class. Okay, class. So think about a scenario where rectangle, triangle, a circle, and all that. Okay, so class name is shape. Okay, so I created a shape as the class, and in that I'm creating one function that is area. Got it? And here pass. So just a basic class does not have anything, just had a top level understanding of it. Yeah, makes sense? Yeah, here two space. Hmm, right. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another class with let's say rectangle. Spelling here, rectangle, correct only, right? Yeah. And here I'm just doing I'm just importing this single inheritance. Okay. Next, for finding the area of rectangle, so what are the basic basic things? So we need height and width, is it? Yeah. So for rectangle, two things only, no, width and height, correct? Yeah, L and B, right? So for example, let's say we need to initialize, is it? We need to have a constructor in order to find. For constructor, what it required? So we require width, correct? Width, comma, length, not sorry, height. HAGHT. Got it? Yeah. Now, so here, now what we need to do to find the thing, we need, because we will initialize here and the actual, one second, let me show you. So we will initialize here, and then what we do, we will find area also, right? Here, area. Understood? So when it comes to area, for area we will not pass anything, right? Why? Because we already passed the width and height. And if I create an instant attribute, I can pass that instant attribute here for calculating. Say yes or no? Yes only, no. So what is the area of rectangle? It is a L and B, right? Generally. Uh, Correct? No, it has only two things, right? Hmm? Right. L and B, correct? Yeah. So here is written L and B. So L and like a self dot width into, right? Into only, no? Into height. Self dot height. HEIGHT. Okay, got it. Yeah. So this is what, right? But what we need to do, if in order to, I want to use this. So what I supposed to be doing here? I should define here, right? Self dot width equal to width. Guys, you understood how I'm doing, right? See, the whole idea is, this is the core logic. Okay. For doing this, I know this function would be taken care of for finding the area. And for this, what is initialized, right? I'm doing here. You got it, huh? this is how we should write a program so that it would be more easier. Understood, right? So focus on the main area where it is required. What it is required. Cell dot height equal to height. Got it? Now we are done with this, right? Now, if you see, this is fine, correct? Now, so let's say class circle, for example. You can take any square, circle, anything. That's okay. Shape. And for circle, what is that? What is the what is the logic for circle, guys? Any volunteer? What is area of circle? Pi r square, right? I don't know. Yeah, forget, right? Right. So circle. So the so pi r square. So what is pi value? I don't know, 3.6 or what? Mm, right. The in it. So here, what I'm gonna do is, um, so what? Okay, pass. So this, guys, even real time, we will implement this style. Okay, we will make it pass, and we will write the original logic. Okay, the function is area. Got it? And return pi r square 3.12, right? Uh, okay, no problem. 3.14 r square. So r value where we will send actually. So, right. So we need to define radius, right? Correct? Here r radius, for example. Correct? Yeah. So this is clear. And when you want to do a radius, what is the logic? R square, right? Say radius. Square means what you'll do? Double star, right? Double star. Two. Got it, huh? I should use self dot radius, isn't it? And here now there's a core logic built actually already. Okay. And now we can. No, did you understood how? See, this is the main core part which we have to build. For that, we see if you know the core part, right? So what is required, you can easily define here. Understood? That's how my style of writing. Otherwise, no, you don't know what needs to be defined, isn't it? Radius. Got it? Clear? Huh? Clear with this? Radius. That's it. We are done. So what it is saying? 3.14, right? And you can do this. That's fine. Okay. Now, what did you see here? So we have created a shape. This is a basic, basic shape. And actually, this is not all, even it is not required in general. But see, whenever we had something, right, we will have some, what we can say, some dummy functional class, which would support still, which would not, program to crash. Okay. Don't worry about it. We can discuss more about that later. Yeah. So this is two more classes. Understood? And when you're referring, right? When you're referring something, let's say if I create object for rectangle object equal to, so how I can create a rectangle object to pass. Now who can tell me how many arguments to be passed for rectangle? If I want to create a rectangle object, so if I execute this, it would cry. What is the problem? It required to, yeah, right, two mandatory parameters. So see, I just triggered it required two mandatory parameters. Now let's fix that, right? So width is, for example, let's say 8, and height is, let's say, 10, for example. Okay, the answer is 80, no? It should return 80, correct? Nice. So we created what? We created a rectangle object, isn't it? So now no issues. Exit code 0. Exit code 0 means no issues in the program. Similar note, I'll also create a circle object. Circle object equal to circle. Circle required how many arguments? It requires only one argument, right? Radius. Let's say radius is let's say for example 10. 10 square is 100. So that's what I'm expecting, for example. It can be any number. Okay, right. Now what we have done here? We created three classes and two objects for rectangle and circle. Understood? Now what I'll do is I'll create a function, right? That function, what it does is, so that's what it behaves differently on the it behaves differently on the different inputs. Okay, let me create a one function. Let's say df get area, for example. Okay, and for this, what I'll pass is I'll pass the object as the object as the argument. Understood? Let's say object name. And here what I'll do is I'll print object name dot area. You got it? Yeah, yeah, got it. So did you see this? What I just created here? I created a polymorphic function here. Okay, so this is polymorphic function. I'll tell you how. So get area is a polymorphic function. Got it? Yeah. So let's try this. Now, what I'm going to do is by using this function, let's say get area function. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try to pass the what first of all I am passing this rectangle object. Okay. Now if I pass rectangle, so what could be my output actually? So if I pass the rectangle, did you see 80 I get? Got it? And for the same function, 80, right? And for the same function, if I go ahead and try with circle, if I pass the circle object to get the area, how much it says? So it is 314. How, how you got it? 314 only, no? 314 into radius. What value we passed? We passed radius 10. 10 square is 100, right? So here 3.14 into it become 10 square. 10 square means 100. 3.414 into 100 means 314.0. Agree? Guys, did you agree or no? Right? So 3.14 into 10 square, which means 3.14 into 100, which is then 314. Makes sense, huh? Since it's a floating point number is there, right? It's a like of 3.14 come 0. Yeah, makes sense, huh? You're fine with this? See, similarly, we tried, guys. Understood? So We were working on the length function. Right? Hey, give me a minute. I'll be back quickly. Until you can just have a look. Now, did you understood how the length function got implemented? Same thing only. Like whatever we are passing, it would take it background. They do the looping and do all the do all the they'll implement the counter. Simple as that. They return the counter. You got it? Whatever it is, it takes length function takes, for example, it takes the object and it takes the object, right? As mentioned. So the similar like this. So for example, think about this. So there's a function, right? This function take the object, correct? Object as a parameter, is it? So here we are passing length, rectangle object, circle object. And what we are doing, we are finding area. Understood. So we can also implement the similar way also. So how we can implement for how we can find the length of list actually without using length function? Who can tell me the quickly algorithm? No, I'm asking in a very general sense. If you want to find how many items are there in the data type, so what is your approach? Uh, mhm. How you're calculating? You are adding it, that's fine, but how you are calculating it? Hmm? You got it? What I mean? Correct, right? No, length means what? Just count of the items, is it? How we are gonna implement that logic? Any did you confused guys? Naveen, you confused or no? Recollecting? Need any help or something for finding it? See, counting means what? You have to loop through each and every item, correct? Right. Can you quickly write the logic here, if you can? Take a few minutes and write the logic, guys, everyone.